Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, July 6, 2016, 1:10 a.m. Birmingham. Topic, sex trafficking. Look, don't turn your heads and don't turn your backs on this. Listen to this with an open mind because it's not good. The first thing I saw on Yahoo News when I turned on my computer this evening was an article about an Iraqi 12-year-old girl on sale. Her picture is posted in a magazine. Right next to her was ammunition. And the next picture was armament. The next picture was a box of kittens. This is the importance they put on children. 12 years old. Now, it showed a full picture of her sitting on a bed. She had Nada Habib. Her face wasn't covered. Wanted people to see it because the price was $12,500. But you could tell that she's already been severely abused. It looked like she had acid poured on her at one point in time because her face was in the other. It looked like there was, God, I easily say 100 plus little knife wounds all over her face. But yet she's a virgin and she's for sale. This is going on widespread in the open in all 57 Muslim countries, the entire Middle East. They take these girls throughout Africa, Yemen, right on in. And the last president, or he may still be, that was in Yemen, he used to sell 50,000 girls a year and use the state train to get them out and drop them off to certain points. And those certain points would deliver them to whichever household they were going to. 50,000 per year. In Guatemala, 50,000 per year. Females are taken. And what made me as sick was I see the Yellowhammer News, which is a Birmingham-based internet news page. And what was the title on it? Sex trafficking ring broken up for the second time. And it said just that, for the second time. 3 weeks ago, in Birmingham, Alabama, just south of Birmingham, on Highway 280 in a little place called Inverness, is not even a half of a mile long. It's just a section that has a golf course and houses on it, and the golf course name is Inverness, and so you pass through that part of the highway that passes the golf courses, Inverness. But little did I know that Inverness, Highway 280, and in Birmingham, Alabama, between Atlanta and Birmingham, I-20, is the heaviest sex trade trafficking in this nation. The money, I gotta find that, it's right here. The money that they're making in this country, $13 billion per year business in the United States alone. 75% of the victims are being trafficked as sex slaves. And you guys who watch mine on a regular basis know that the last 3 Super Bowls, the one in Dallas, Texas 2 years ago, and the one prior to that, this is a red flag, goes up because that's when they bring these girls to the Super Bowl. I'm reading right here. The stretch of I-20 between Atlanta, Georgia and Birmingham, Alabama, which is used by over 10 million people each year, has the unbelievable title of being Alabama's or America's #1 road for human sex trafficking. And the #1 spot is Highway 280, used to call the Florida short route out of Birmingham, #1 spot in the United States. 3 weeks ago, they took a guy that had, I don't know how many women. He lived in Arkansas, and the youngest is 13 years old. Yesterday, and I'm talking about the 5th. Yesterday, a woman just down the other end of 280 had several teenage girls in her sex harem. Guess what? The youngest is 14 years old. What is it coming to? What the hell is going on here? With the unrest and the sick crap that goes on in the Muslim world, yet we have it just as bad right here. What makes me so sick, I can pull out of my driveway, drive 1 block, can turn right, and hit the main road. It's 2 or 3 main roads that go between I-65 and Highway 280. The shortest of the 3 is Highway 459 or Acton Road, 4 miles. The next shortest is my road, 5 miles. The next, because you got the highways parting, I-65, 280 is parting. The next, just right over the mountain from me, 6 miles. I can pull out of my house, and when I turn on the main road, in 7 minutes, I'm in Inverness, the heaviest sex trade traffic in this country, right there. And what makes me even as sick, when I was on the police force, that was my beat. Back then, there was nothing on that road but a pet motel, a liquor store, and 2 convenience stores, a Quaker and a Sinclair. That tells you how long ago that was. They don't even have Sinclairs. That's the dinosaur. It went to Esso, then went to Exxon. And the Quaker station, I think it finally went to, I can't think of the name, but other big brand other than, anyway, I'm getting myself worked up a little bit over this. This is my beat. And there was never anything going on Highway 280. The only place in 20 miles of Birmingham that you could drive a police car 140 miles an hour and not see another car for the next 6 or 7 or 8 miles. And if you kept driving, probably go 10, 12, or 13 miles. There was never traffic after 11 p.m. There was nothing there. And then they turned it into 4-lane. And when I left the force, the 4-lane had made it down about 2 miles beyond where I worked, where I patrolled. And since then, the 4-lane, they extended it for another 18 miles to the next city, Harpersville. But it is today, holds the title, is the #1 spot for sex trafficking in the United States. And it blows me away that I can't believe it. But 280 has grown. There are probably Blue Lake Drive, 50 houses, Cabo Heights, a couple hundred houses, and beyond that, nothing for the next 17 miles. Now, well into 3 subdivisions, averaging, or I say 3, about 8 or 9, 900 homes apiece, and in apartments galore as far as you can see both directions. An acre of land on Highway 280, if it's available today, it costs you over $2.2 million for an acre. And this is not an easily accessible acre. Half acre is $1.5 million. Back in my day, it was $3,000. But now it's grown up. In any given place of the number of apartments or motels along that road, you can find a girl almost at any age you want. And how did they get there? I'm going to tell you how they got there. They got there on Facebook. Facebook is a dark web. It's the next virtual sex site. It has access so that your daughters can get on it at age 10 or 11 and 12, and they can hide it from you, and you'll never know that they were on that site. Listen to Singleton. Go to Singleton. This is on SKYWATCH.TV. Go to SKYWATCH.TV, YouTube, and look for Singleton. She will tell you all about the dark web, and it begins in Facebook. She can tell you exactly how the girls get on it without being known. And the girls are on it at 1 and 2 a.m. looking at all these things that are attractive to them. And some actually leaves their house. And most of those never return. SKYWATCH TV, Singleton is the guest, Derek Gilbert the host, and let her tell you what Facebook will get your daughter or your son if they're young enough. Please do that. Please do it. You've got to do that. You've got to know what's going on. And it's just beginning. And I'm going to put in the information in the box below, and I'm going to be dead on because I want you to see it. Please. Jody Wolf Expoz.